Welcome back to the news. We start with major ownership shakeups as American billionaire Mark Cuban joins the ownership group of the Canadian elite basketball league's Brampton Honey Badgers. This former Dallas Mavericks owner is bringing his high-stakes business acumen to Canadian basketball, and we have to dive into exactly what this means for the team and the league moving forward.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the fascinating details behind this major move. We're getting the inside scoop on how Mark Cuban is integrating himself into the Honey Badgers organization, including the powerful connections he has forged with the team's leadership and the strategic moves he's making in the Canadian sports landscape. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture impact. We examine why Mark Cuban is stepping up his involvement and what his actions reveal about the current landscape of college sports funding and the growing need for a hard NIL salary cap. And finally, we wrap up with a look at the broader implications of these high-profile investments. Don't miss out on the latest developments shaping sports ownership and athlete compensation. Stay tuned for more breaking news right here. American billionaire Mark Cuban has joined the ownership group of the Canadian elite basketball league's Brampton Honey Badgers. The move comes after Cuban previously served as the majority owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks. The Honey Badgers officially announced Cuban's involvement in a statement released on Thursday, though specific details regarding his role in the ownership group were not disclosed. This development marks a significant injection of high-profile ownership into the Canadian League's operations. American billionaire Mark Cuban has joined the ownership group of the Canadian elite basketball league's Brampton Honey Badgers, marking a significant move for the Canadian basketball scene. The announcement was made by the Honey Badgers on Thursday, though specific details regarding Cuban's role were not immediately disclosed. Cuban expressed enthusiasm for the league, stating that Canadian basketball is probably the most underappreciated in the world, and highlighted the high level of talent in the region. The CEBL offers all of Canada the chance to see that amazing talent on display in exciting games that are fun and affordable for the entire family. I'm excited to be part of this team, help build the Brampton fanbase, and to bring some of the same fun we had in Dallas to the Toronto area. The Honey Badgers confirmed that Cuban has strong existing connections to the team. This acquisition follows a recent transaction where Cuban sold his majority stake in the American cable company HDNet to Anthem Sports and Entertainment, the majority owner of the Honey Badgers, and the team's chief executive officer, Al Whitley, who is a former Mavericks executive. Leonard Esper, owner of Anthem, welcomed Cuban's involvement, noting, "No one brings more basketball knowledge and winning culture than Mark, and all of us at the Honey Badgers are honored to have him join this organization." Mark Cuban is a well-known figure, having previously served as the majority owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks from 2000 until 2023, when he sold his controlling interest to Miriam Adelson, retaining a 27% stake. He was a prominent courtside presence during the Mavericks' 2011 NBA championship run. Beyond basketball, Cuban is recognized as a former co-host of Shark Tank and co-founded the pharmaceutical company Cost Plus Drugs in 2022. The Brampton Honey Badgers are entering their fourth season in the CEBL, having relocated from Hamilton after winning the 2022 CEBL title. The team will begin its 2026 campaign on May 15 against Ottawa. Last season, the team finished last in the 10-team league. The move underscores a growing interest in professional basketball within the Canadian market. Former Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban has joined the ownership group of the Canadian elite basketball league's Brampton Honey Badgers. The move follows a statement from the Honey Badgers announcing Cuban's involvement, though specific details of his role were not disclosed. In his statement, Cuban expressed enthusiasm for Canadian basketball, noting that the talent in the league is rapidly improving and emphasized the opportunity the CEBL provides for Canadians to experience exciting, affordable basketball. Cuban stated, "The CEBL offers all of Canada the chance to see that amazing talent on display in exciting games that are fun and affordable for the entire family. I'm excited to be part of this team, help build the Brampton fanbase, and to bring some of the same fun we had in Dallas to the Toronto area." The Honey Badgers confirmed that Cuban has established connections with the team. This acquisition comes as the Honey Badgers enter their 4th season in Brampton, following a relocation from Hamilton after winning the 2022 CEBL title. The deal was facilitated by Cuban selling his majority stake in the American cable company HDNet to Honey Badgers' majority owner, Anthem Sports and Entertainment. Leonard Asper, owner of Anthem, expressed excitement, stating, "No one brings more basketball knowledge and winning culture than Mark, and all of us at the Honey Badgers are honored to have him join this organization." Cuban was a high-profile figure in the NBA, serving as the majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks from 2000 until 2023, though he retained a 27% stake. He was a prominent presence during the Mavericks' 2011 NBA championship run, and is also known as a former co-host of the television series Shark Tank. The Brampton Honey Badgers are set to begin their 2026 campaign on May 15 against Ottawa. Iconic businessman Mark Cuban has publicly revealed his financial involvement in securing a compensation package to attract quarterback Fernando Mendoza to his alma mater, Indiana. Cuban discussed the arrangement with Front Office Sports, recounting a conversation with Indiana Athletic Director Scott Dawson when Mendoza was considering leaving Cal. Cuban stated that the team possessed a quarterback they strongly favored, and that securing him required an additional financial incentive, which he was willing to provide. Cuban's actions underscore a significant concern regarding the current landscape of college sports. The report suggests that Indiana is not an isolated example, pointing to a broader trend where affluent alumni and donors are using financial resources to pursue star players through transfer portals. While utilizing funds for facilities, marketing, and branding is acceptable, the article argues that using such resources for player acquisition and roster building crosses an ethical line. This situation strongly emphasizes the urgent necessity for college sports organizations to implement a hard compensation cap for name, image, and likeness, NIL, deals and player payment packages. The commentary warns that without such regulation, fans should anticipate further high-profile stories involving billionaires funding the acquisition of star athletes.